Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. And today we're gonna check out 6 really creepy, unexplained mysteries by Mr. Nightmare. Not Mr. Nightmare, man. He makes some really good, scary stories and unexplained mysteries. So, without further ado, let's check out this 6 really creepy, unexplained mysteries. All right. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Hey guys, lately I've been trying to bring back some older video topics I used to do a long time ago, besides just the true story videos.
Right.
For example, the paranormal video compilations and Craigslist ad series, which you guys seem to like.
Yeah, those
A long
are some
time
really
ago I
good
did a
videos.
couple videos for an unsolved mystery series that I stopped for whatever reason, but I'm gonna try to turn it into a recurring series again if you guys enjoy it.
Nice, yeah.
Some of the content has been used before in a video deleted many years ago, kind of like some of the Craigslist ad videos, because I just rather the content not be wasted on deleted videos for those of you who hadn't seen them.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, before
That's
getting
true.
into the topic of today's video, I want to quickly talk about one of the more ambitious games of 2020, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid has every...
Oh.
which is currently my favorite.
Unsolved mysteries.
Number 6.
Okay.
The crew of the Sarah Joe. The Sarah Joe was a 17-foot motorboat that at the time 20-something-year-old Robert Mulakany acquired in the 1970s. He
Okay.
named it after his mom Sarah and dad Joe.
Oh, that's
The boat
nice
took
of him.
5
That's nice
strong,
of him.
healthy young men out to sea 40 years ago, and it wasn't until more than a decade later that their boat was found on the shores of one of the smallest of the Marshall Islands. But the men were not with the boat. Oddly enough, there was a shallow grave that contained the bones of one of the fishermen, but no other clues or signs of life.
What?
To make their disappearance stranger, oceanographers estimated that it would have only taken the boat about 3 months to drift onto the island, which means the boat, grave, or remaining crew should have been there when a government survey of the island took place in 1983, but they weren't. So we may never actually know what happened to the Sarah Joe and her crew for the 4 years between the disappearance and the survey of the island.
That is really
Number
strange.
5. The missing lighthouse keepers.
Might have John, maybe? I don't know.
There was once an isolated
probably a
island
storm
off
or
the coast
something.
of Scotland
They
where
just-
3 lighthouse keepers lived and were responsible for keeping the building intact. One day when their monthly supply ship dropped in, the island was silent. No response from the lighthouse keepers. Eventually the captain and some crew members went to investigate and found the suspiciously empty lighthouse. 2 of the 3 waterproof coats were missing from their hangars, and the kitchen was left in a state as if people left in a hurry. The lighthouse log only added one mystery to the situation. The log described how one of the keepers wouldn't talk, and the other continuously cried for hours. All of this pain and fear seemed to be coming from what was referred to as a powerful storm looming in the distance. However, this begs the question, why were they so scared of a simple storm? They should have been safe in the brand new lighthouse, right?
Should have, yeah. Look
The
how
log
tall
goes
that
on
thing
to talk
is.
about how they all sat close together and prayed for the storm to be over. The final log states the storm has passed, the skies are calm, and God is over all. Their bodies were never found, and the cause of their deaths are still a mystery to this day.
These are also...
The most accepted theory is that they somehow got swept out to sea during the storm, never to be seen again. But one final detail remains, one that scared the captain and his crew to the bone. The powerful storm described in the log didn't exist. There were no storms reported in the area. In fact, the skies were calm all day.
So then what happened?
Number 4. The death of Chris
so
Kremers
lost on
and
that one.
Lisanne Froon.
What?
Both girls went on a study abroad trip to Panama,
Guys,
where
please
they
let me
went
know down in
missing
the
on a
comments
hike.
if you know
After
what
several
happened,
weeks,
or if you
some of their
think you know
remains
what
were found
happened
miles up a
to
river
them.
from where they began their hike, along with a backpack that contained their belongings. The creepy part of it is that a camera in their backpack started out with pictures that they took of each other hiking, and then suddenly goes into over 100 pictures of what appeared to be nighttime pictures of rocks near a riverbed, the back of someone's head, and just pure blackness. The dark pictures appear to be taken many days after they went missing. There's a lot of theories as to why they went missing, what finally ended their lives, and why they were taking pictures.
Dude, it might have been
There's no solid answer. According to their cell phone use records, they had been alive in the forest for days after they got lost, trying to get a signal from their phones to call emergency help. Number 3. The death of Kendrick Johnson.
Oh yes, bro. I've heard
Kendrick
this one
Johnson
before.
was found rolled up in
This one
wrestling
was
mats
really
in Lowndes
weird,
High
bro.
School, and his death was
Like
ruled
it
an
doesn't make
accident.
any sense. Of
The
how
official
he
story
died.
is that he was reaching into the rolled up wrestling
That's-
mats to get his shoe and got stuck and died.
It's so odd.
An initial autopsy concluded that the death was accidental, and Johnson's family wasn't happy with that, so they had an independent autopsy performed.
Okay.
This second autopsy showed that he died from blunt force trauma, and there's actually blood in many of the crime
Yeah,
scene
but like it
photos.
just this case doesn't make any
People
sense.
believe the conspiracy
Like-
between the school and police is keeping a lot of information from the family.
Yeah.
Video footage from the gym during the time of his death is missing, which makes this mystery all the more unsettling.
Yeah. That's real
Number
creepy,
2,
man.
the
It's
disappearance of
creepy.
Amy Lynn Bradley.
Oh, I haven't heard of this.
Amy
one.
was an American citizen who went missing during a
Hmm.
Caribbean cruise on the Royal Caribbean Rhapsody of the Seas. On the
That's a
morning
nice
of
cruise
March
ship.
24th, 1998, Amy had been drinking in the dance club with the ship's band Blue Orchid.
All right.
One of the band's members, Alistair Douglas, known as Yellow,
Mhm.
said he parted with Amy at about 1 a.m. Sometime between 5:15 and 5:30, Amy's
Right.
father Ron saw her asleep on the deck. When he got up at 6 a.m., she
Okay.
was no longer there.
Ooh.
There were possible sightings of Amy in Curacao in 1998 and 1999. 2 Canadian tourists reported seeing a woman resembling Amy on the beach in 1998.
Well,
The
they look
woman's tattoos
similar.
were allegedly identical to Amy's. A member of the Navy said he saw Amy in a brothel in 1999, and he claimed she told him that her name was Amy Bradley and that she begged him for help. There was another potential
What?
sighting in 2005, when the witness claimed she was seen in a department store restroom in Barbados. Amy's mother and father appeared on an episode of Dr. Phil. An image of a young woman resembling Amy that was emailed to her parents was shown on the show, and it suggests that she may have been sold into sex slavery.
No
And number
way.
1, the disappearance of Kenny Veach.
Oh man.
Kenny Veach was a well-experienced hiker in Nevada who found a cave he described as the M Cave, as it was opened in the shape of an M. He claimed he heard very unusual noises from the cave and found it suspicious, as it was located 6 miles south of a top-secret airbase.
Okay.
As he began to enter the cave, he claimed his whole body began to vibrate. The more he went into the cave, the worse the vibrating became. He said he suddenly became very afraid and hightailed it out of there.
Yeah. I would
He recorded another trip to find
Never
the
go
cave
alone,
again and
guys.
catch it on video.
to
But
anywhere.
this video
just
ended
never
up
go
being a
alone.
bust.
Bring a buddy. Bring
He
some-
later went
bring
back
a
to where
group
he
of
found the
friends.
cave again and has not been seen since. His phone was
What?
found in an abandoned mine entrance, but no body or evidence that he had gone down into the mine. He posted this video about the cave a few days before he went missing.
And I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a sidearm when I was here before, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there right now,
just-
but I'm coming back someday. And I talked to some people on YouTube, and I told them, hey, I'm coming out here, you know, because they kind of called my hand on it. So I don't know if there's going to be anything to it, but it might be interesting. If I can find it, I got to relocate it, and this is a big mountain range I'm in, and I'm on foot, you know, my truck's way out there. There's no roads, there's no
Damn.
trails. It's a pretty rough terrain. So hopefully I'll find it. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M.
Wow. Yo, man, and it's crazy how a lot of these cases, like, everyone just goes missing, but like without a trace. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just so weird how everyone just goes missing, just like that. Like that one with the 2 girls that went hiking, bro. That one was so weird, man. It was like you couldn't even explain like how they got lost. Like, there was no trace of them besides their belongings in the backpack. Man, it's just so weird, man. Like, it gives me an odd feeling. I don't know why. It just does. Alright, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this reaction. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And it's been your boy Harmon, and I'm out. Peace.